Hello everyone, this is Bhumika Patil, lecturer from IR department in Praveen Patil College of Diploma Engineering and Technology, Bhayandar. In this video, we are going to see about 6th chapter, that is types of hacking. The learning outcomes of this chapter are network hacking, operating system hacking, application hacking. In that we are going to see about messaging system, web application and database system. Network hacking. Computer network is one of the most fundamental communication system in your organization. Network consists of such devices as routers, firewalls, and even generic hosts like including servers and workstations that you must assess as a part of the ethical hacking process. There are thousands of possible network vulnerabilities, equally as many tools and even more testing techniques. We don't need to test our network for every possible vulnerability using every tool available. We can eliminate many well-known network vulnerabilities by simply patching your network hosts with the latest vendor software and firmware patches. We can eliminate many other vulnerabilities by following some security best practices on your network. Network infrastructure vulnerabilities. Network infrastructure vulnerabilities are the foundation for all technical security issues in your information system. These lower level vulnerabilities affect everything running on your network. That's why you need to test for them and eliminate them whenever possible. Your focus for ethical hacking tests on your network infrastructure should be to find weaknesses that other can see in your network so you can quantify your level of exposure. Many issues are related to the security of your network infrastructure. Some issues are more technical and require you to use various tools to assess them properly. You can assess other with a good pair of eyes and some logical thinking. Some issues are easy to see from outside the network and other are easier to detect from inside your network. Network infrastructure security involves assessing such as areas where such devices as a firewall or IDS intrusion detection system are placed on the network and how they are configured. What hackers see when they perform port scan and how they can exploit vulnerabilities in your network hosts. Network design such as internet connections, remote access capabilities, layered defenses and placement of hosts on the network. Interaction of installed security devices, protocols in use, commonly attacked port that are unprotected, network host configuration, network monitoring and maintenance. In this video we are going to see about 6th chapter, that is types of hacking. Network testing and port scanning tools. SAMSPED for Windows for network queries from DNS lookups to trace routes. SuperScan for ping sweeps and port scanning. NetScan tools Pro for a dozen of network security assessment functions including ping sweeps, port scanning and SMTP relay testing. Nmap or Nmap Win as a happy clicky GUI front end for host port probing and operating system fingerprinting. Netcat, the most versatile security tool for such security checks as port scanning and firewall testing. Wild Packets Etherpic for network analysis. Scanning port. A port scanner is a software tool that basically scans the network to see who's there. Port scanner provide basic views of how the network is laid out. They can help identify unauthorized hosts or applications and network host configuration errors that can cause serious security vulnerabilities. The big picture view from port scanner often uncovers security issues that may otherwise go unnoticed. Port scanners are easy to use and can test system regardless of what operating system and applications they are running. The test can be performed very quickly without having to touch individual network hosts, which would be a real pain otherwise. Ports can take time. The length of time depends on the number of hosts you have, the number of ports you scan, the tools you use, and the speed of your network links. Also, perform the same tests with the different utilities to see whether you get different results. Not all tools find the same open port and vulnerabilities. This is unfortunate, but it's a real reality of ethical hacking tests. If your results don't match after you run the test using different tools, you may want to explore the issue further. If something doesn't look right, such as a strange set of open ports, it probably isn't. Test it again. If you are in doubt, use another tool for a different perspective. As an ethical hacker, you should scan all 65,355 UDP and 65,035 TCP ports on each network host that's found by your scanner. If you find questionable port, look for documentation that the application is known and authorized. For speed and simplicity, you can scan commonly hacked ports. Here are some commonly hacked ports with a port number, service, and protocol used in that service. Port number 7, the service is TCP Echo, and protocol used are TCP and UDP. 19, Chargen, TCP or UDP. 20, FTP data, TCP. 21, FTP control, TCP. 22, SSH, TCP. 23, Telnet, TCP. 25, SMTP, TCP. 37, Daytime, TCP UDP. 53, DNS UDP. 69, TFTP UDP. 79, Finger, TCP and UDP. 80, HTTP, TCP. These are some services and protocols that are used with port numbers. Uh, Ping sweeping. Port sweeping is regarded by certain system experts to be different from port scanning. They point out that port scanning is executed through the searching of a single host for open ports. However, they state that port sweeping is executed through the searching of multiple hosts in order to target just one specific open port. While port scanning and sweeping have legitimate uses with regard to network management, unfortunately, they are used almost as frequently for the purpose of criminal activities. In ping sweeping, some points are there: a serious threat, firewall protection. We are going to see that points in lecture. Next is SNMP, Simple Network Management Protocol scanning. Networks are the backbone of every business, even in small or enterprise level businesses. The loss of productivity during a network outage can result in hefty damages. Network monitoring helps you anticipate potential outage and address network problems proactively. This helps in maintaining a congestion free network that keeps your business up and running. A network monitoring software helps you to monitor the performance of IP based devices and help businesses remotely visualize their system performance and monitor network services, bandwidth utilization, switches, router, and traffic flow. Some vulnerabilities and countermeasures we are going to see in lectures. Next is banner grabbing. Banner grabbing is an act of capturing the information provided by banner, configurable text-based welcome screens from network hosts that generally display system information. Banners are intended for network administration. Banner grabbing is often used to white hat hacking endeavors like vulnerability analysis and penetration testing, as well as grey hat activities and black hat hacking. Banner screens can be accessed through telnet at the command prompt on the target system's IP address. Other tools for banner grabbing include Nmap, Netcap, and Superscan. A logging screen from a login screen often associated with the banner is intended for administrative use but can also provide access to a hacker. Meanwhile, the banner data can yield information about vulnerable software and services running on the host's system. For the sake of security, if banners are not a requirement of business or other software on a host system, the services that provide it they may be disabled altogether. Banners can also be customized to present disinformation or even a warning message for hackers. Banners are the welcome screen that divulge a software version number and other host information to a network host. This banner information may identify the operating system, the version number, and the specific service packs so hacker know possible vulnerabilities. You can grab banners by using either plain or telnet or a netcat. Analyzing network data and network analyzer. A network analyzer is a tool that allows you to look into a network and analyze data going across the wire for network optimization, security, and or troubleshooting purposes. Like a microscope for a lab scientist, a network analyzer is a must have tool for any security professional. Network analyzers are often generically referred to as sniffers, through that's actually the name and trademark of a specific product from Network Associates. Sniffers, the original network analysis tools. When assessing security and responding to security incident, a network analyzer can help you view anomalous network traffic and even track down an intruder, develop a baseline for network activity and performance before a security incident occurs, such as protocols in use, usage trends, and MAC addresses. A network analyzer is just a software running on a computer with a network card. It works by placing the network card in promiscuous mode, which enables the card to see all the traffic on the network, even traffic not destined to the network analyzer's host. The network analyzer performs the following functions: capture all network traffic, interpret or decodes what is found into a human readable format, displays it all in chronological order. Here are few caveats for using a network analyzer. To capture all traffic, you must connect the analyzer to either a hub on the network, a monitor or a span or a mirror port on a switch. What's entering your network before the firewall filters eliminates the junk traffic. What's leaving your network after the traffic goes past the firewall. When your network behaves erratically, a network analyzer can help you in track and isolate malicious network usage, detect malicious Trojan horse applications, monitor and track down DOS attacks. The MacDaddy attack. Hacker can use ARP protocol that is running on the network to make their system seem as your system or another allowed host on your network. A too much number of ARP address resolution protocols request can be sign off an ARP poisoning or spoofing attack on your network. Anyone can run a program such as DSNIF tool or Kane and Able tool can modify the ARP tables which are responsible for saving IP addresses to media access control, that is MAC address mapping on network host. That makes the victim machines to think they require a forward traffic to the hacker's computer rather than to be correct destination machine when communicating on the network, and this is a type of man in middle attack. Spoofed ARP responses can be sent to a switch which returns the switch to broadcast mode of basically turn it into a hub. When this happens, a hacker can sniff every packet going through their switch and capture anything and everything from the network. Here are some references for types of hacking. The references and overall data of all chapters, and this chapter is referred from MSBTE textbook. Thank you.